Campbell. Welcome back to Women's with FA, where we talk about love, life, and God. Now, the topic of what is love has been amazing. We've been learning about what love is, not based on what we know about love, but based on what the scriptures from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8 says. This is just a section of an entire series, I would say. So if you've missed any part, the links below in descriptions will take you exactly where you've missed and make sure you catch up. Now also, don't forget guys, subscribe. Not only should you subscribe, but hit the bell button. That way you're always alerted when new posts have been posted. Let's get started. In walking with people and being in a relationship, there will always be differences. There will always be some sort of clash and stuff, etc. The reason why is because two people think differently. You cannot expect your person, your partner, your boyfriend, your spouse to think the way you do. The reason, because like I said, you're two different people. So there will always be disagreement, but that's where communication comes in, where both of you guys can communicate what you want the other person to see, etc. Now, the thing is, you cannot say you love someone, or you cannot walk in love if you don't walk in forgiveness. Now, I get it. You may say, F.A., you don't understand what this man has done to me. He's cheated, he's lied, you don't understand what this girl has done to me, etc., etc., etc. And that's true. I don't understand. Even if you come and take my hands and tell me about it, walk me through it, etc., etc., I will never understand what you have been through. And I empathize with you, I seriously do. But true love requires forgiveness. Listen to me. Unforgiveness is a sin that will make the person who is walking on unforgiveness to feel justified. Unforgiveness is a sin that will cause God's ears to be deaf towards you. Unforgiveness is a sin that will cause time to continue going while you're still stuck in the past. Unforgiveness is a sin that will hold your deliverance from coming to you. Now that is a lot of power that unforgiveness has. What I want you to know is that, well, what I've been taught in my church anyways, is that forgiveness is not for the person that offended you. It is for you. Now we talk about how love is not selfish, but this is the part where you are allowed to be selfish. Forgiveness is not for that person who offended, it's for you. Yo, I get it. There's pain, there's hurt, the thought of it is trauma, there's all of that. But baby, if you want to move on, if you want to be whole, if you want to be delivered, if you want to be strong, if you want, as time is going, you're moving right along with it, you've got to walk in forgiveness. Yes, he may have cheated, she may have lied, this may have happened, that you may have been molested, etc. And I'm not making this issue, I'm not making light of this issue. What I'm saying is sometimes we have to throw all that away and move forward and think about us. Now, I know people who are 50 years old, 40 years old, who are still living in 1980, and this is 2020. That is what unforgiveness can do to you. As time goes by, you're still stuck. It hurts. It's sad when you think about it, but we need to learn how to let go of things and move forward. Now, another part that goes hand in hand with forgiveness is forgetting. The Bible clearly says that love does not hold onto the wrongs that others has done. So you also have to forget. You know, when you're arguing with your person, a lot of us females in general, we bring up old issues. That means we haven't forgotten. We say we're forgiven, but we still bring out these old issues. That's not true forgiveness. So we have to learn to forget. And I'm not saying that you should have amnesia. I'm not saying, turn a blind eye to whatever has happened. What I'm saying is that when you think of the situation, when you think of the pain, the hurt, what you've been through, do you have ill thoughts towards that person? Do you have that pinch, that feeling that you once had? Is it still there? If it is, then you haven't truly forgiven or forgotten. So the way to truly know that you have forgiven is that when you talk about it, when people bring the topic up, that emotions that once used to be there no longer is there. Yeah, I get it time and time again. You may get a little pinch, but it's not the same as, you know, how it was before. When you see that person, you're not thinking of scratching their faces. You're not, you know, you're not thinking ill thoughts. You know, like Tupac once said, I think it was a quote, was like, just because, oh my God, what's the word? Something about, dang it, I can't remember. It was something about, just because we're not eating at the same table doesn't mean I don't want you to eat. Something like that. Like, I don't want you to be my enemy. Like, I'm still ruling for you. I'm still clapping for your success. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be hating on you. No, I'm not doing that. So that's what forgiveness and forgetting looks like. It's like, when you think about that person, when you think about the situation, you know, you're not, that feeling that you once had isn't there as much, isn't there anymore. But here's the thing. People are like, oh, I can forgive, but I can never forget. You haven't forgiven. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not. That's stupid. That's foolish. It's not a wise saying. Excuse me. It's not a wise saying. It's just not. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's not wise. It's not okay. And one thing I've learned is that God said that you should forgive. That is actually a commandment. It's not a suggestion. He said you should forgive. Because, like I said, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. But one thing I've also learned is that God will never make a demand of us if he does not give us the ability to do those demands. Does that make sense? He will not ask you to forgive. He will not ask you to walk in love if he has not given you the ability. So one thing I want to leave you guys about this section is that I want you to know that you cannot forgive on your own. Period. You're human. You can't forgive on your own, period, okay? So we need to learn how to ask God, Lord, help me to walk in forgiveness. Help me to walk in love. Help me. So number one, realize you can't do it on your own. You need God's help. Number two, realize that the way you see things, other people don't see that. And it's okay. It's fine to have different perspective. It is okay, okay? I'm saying this. It is okay to have different perspectives. But when you're offended, don't sweep it under the carpet. Don't. Because the reason why I say that is because we hear all the time people who have been married for 23 years, 40 years, all of a sudden, we're getting a divorce. And we're just like, how can you have been married for 23 years and you're getting a divorce? Are you mad? And then when you listen to why they're getting a divorce, it's like the stupidest things. But let me tell you something, that's not true. They didn't just get up and say, I want a divorce because he refuses to pull the toilet seat down. He refuses to close his lotion when he uses it. That's not the real reason. It's because things have been happening from the beginning, but they haven't confronted the issue. They haven't spoken about the issue. They haven't resolved the issue. All they've been doing is sweeping it under the carpet and writing it, okay, he did this, she did this, they did this, etc., etc. And then after a while, it's like a Band-Aid. You stretch it so far and it breaks. And that's what causes that divorce. So when things happen in your relationship, handle it ASAP. Handle the issue at hand. Don't go back to 1980 and try to bring up old issues. Handle that issue at hand and move forward. Now for ladies, if you realize that even after you've spoken about it, that thing still comes up, right? You know, we talk to ourselves and we rethink of what's happening, that pain comes up. It's okay to talk to your man about it again. Yeah, he's going to be saying she's nagging, she's doing that. But I say it's fine to talk about it, okay? So you can get healed because you don't want to hold on to it. And that causes resentment, causes you to walk in the sin of unforgiveness. It causes God not to hear you when you pray, and etc., etc. You don't want that trouble. So handle offenses at the very beginning. Like when it happens, handle it immediately. Number 3, seek help. If you know you can't do it on your own, you know you can't see past it, seek help. There are so many people who have been in your situations that may help you to resolve it. So seek help. Don't do life alone, okay? All right, don't do life alone. So that's pretty much the topic of this. But remember, forgive, forget. Now look, here's a disclaimer. If you are in an abusive relationship and that guy has been pounding on you, yes, forgive him, but get out. Because baby, you are about to make heaven a little too soon than we would like you to, okay? So get out to save your life and then walk in your healing, walk in forgiveness, okay? Hey, thanks for watching. And sorry for stopping the video like that. I know. But don't worry, the topic of love continues throughout this month based on the scripture from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. Now, the video you saw was just a portion of it, so we still have more to cover. But my goal is not for you to just be knowledgeable. I want you to be able to apply what we've learned. So apply what we've learned to your love life and see how relationships around you change. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and stay alert for the next post. I can't wait to hear from you guys, to read all the comments. Have an amazing week and hit the subscribe button.